Oh gosh. What a terrible road. Holy shit. Ooh, welcome back to Slow Lane K. So this is going to be another kind of maintenance video, also kind of a safety tip, as I've been driving my 1996 Honda Street around. When it gets up to about 45-ish miles an hour, the steering is a little loose and sometimes it kind of wanders a little bit, and the steering is just not great. So what we're going to do is change out the steering rod bushings. So I got this kit from Moog, and it's just little bushings that we're going to put in. So let's look at the pack. All right, so we got the Moog kit here, and so these are the bushings, or the kit that comes with it. So this, I got this off of Amazon actually for a Honda Accord. So everything I've seen online says that they should fit, but the only thing that we will probably be using is going to be the bushings themselves. Probably won't need these washers, and I don't believe these are going to fit either. So these come in two different sizes. So you've got the big and the small. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, where these are going to be going, let's look at that. All right, so I'm on the front side of the van. So this is the driver's side currently. And right down here are the steering rod bushings that we're going to be replacing. So we've got a front one, and then we've got a back one that seats right up in there. So we're going to have to take the whole rod off to get those out. And just kind of looking at the bushings themselves, oh man, that's really soft. So these are pretty worn down and then pretty soft, and so that's probably why the suspension gets a little wobbly and feels just kind of loose. So we need some stiffer bushings, which we're going to replace with those. I'll show you kind of what that's going to look like here. All right, so I did this sweet drawing of the rod itself, and also kind of a reminder to myself of like, okay, so we need the small bushing in the back, front bushing in the front, and then this is the mount to the car. Pretty terrible drawing, huh? But I mean, you get the idea. And just also, I think, a helpful reminder for me which ones they go, because as you get into the project itself, then you just kind of start putting stuff on and you don't really pay attention. So hopefully that'll help. So first we have to take some tension off of the rod. So we're going to jack up the front a little bit. All right, so we are back up in the front. And so I'm going to start by loosening this front bolt here, which is a 17, I believe. Okay, so we're going to need a longer bolt for that one, because that doesn't quite fit on there. All right, so I had to get an extender, so let's see if that helps. Okay, so that bolt's a little bit tighter than I expected. All right, so I put some Freol on it, and got a rag down here for the drip. So, all right, so let's try a different method here. There we go. Okay, so we got that front washer off. We'll take front washer. So there's a lip on it, and so we're going to put it back on with the flat side with the lip pointing out when we get to it. All right, so now we're in the back, so we have to remove the actual rod itself right here. So there's these two bolts. So we'll see if this impact will do it. The impact will not do it. All right, so I got that front bolt off, but that back bolt is stuck in there, so I'm gonna There we go. Give it a little tap. And now this is free to pull out. All right, so we got the rod off. This is how it was set up inside. I kind of feel like that's backwards, but I could be wrong. Versus the new set, you see how much bigger these are, and these are a lot harder. So we're gonna put these on like a yo-yo. So they're gonna sit inside like that. All right, so this is with everything off. It's all rusty. So I'm gonna take a wire brush to it and get the rust cleaned off, and then we'll put some lithium grease on there to hopefully prevent any more rust. All right, so I put a little bit of lithium grease on the end there, and let's see if we can figure this out. I mean, we're learning together, guys, so got that piece. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get these bolts back in. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to tighten this down a little bit to bring this up so the rod can actually fit into this. So let's do that. So one thing I didn't think about is this rod over here. It's actually turned a little bit, so it's not flush anymore. So I have to loosen this back up so I can shift that. There we go. All right, so I'm going to get these screws or these bolts back in here. I might have to lower this a little bit, but I will be right back. All right, I got everything installed on this side. Looks kind of cool with that blue. So I ended up having to lower for these to kind of drop for, I guess, this swing arm, whatever you call it, that arm to go back up for me to kind of bolt those in. Then I had to kind of push on the rod a little bit for it to sit right in there. I torqued this down to 35 foot-pounds, and then the back ones I just tightened until I couldn't tighten anymore. I don't really know the specs on that one, so I might, when I drive it around, I'll come back and check just to make sure that those are good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, and then we're gonna take it for a test drive and see the difference. All right, so I got the right side fixed up too. It was, I'd say, easier than the left side, only because I did the left side first, knew what I was doing. Torque this down to 35 foot-pounds as well. Let's take it out for a ride and see what these little things if they make a difference. So overall, I feel like the handling is actually much better. It's not as soft. Granted, I'm only going, 38 miles an hour right now. But it's still feeling quite solid. A lot better than what it did. Here, when I get onto a different road, we'll get it up to a higher speed and see how that handles. But I feel that overall the steering itself is a lot tighter. It reacts. Oh gosh. Oh man. It reacts a lot better, a lot quicker. It's not spongy. So I'm overall pretty impressed at this point. Oh gosh. What a terrible road. Holy shit. So my front struts are pretty blown out. I know, oh gosh. For sure the passenger side is completely blown out. when I have somebody ride with me, it sounds like I'm popping popcorn in here. But if there's no weight over there, it's not as bad. All right, I'm on a different road now. I am now going 55 miles an hour. It feels better. It's still a little wobbly though. I'm not too sure what that actually is. I don't know, but overall it does feel better. Oh, I know why it's feeling wobbly. It's because the wind's blowing pretty hard. So, yeah, I'm seeing the grass blowing like almost completely sideways, and yeah, so it's not the wheel. Okay. So that makes me feel better. I'm happy. I mean, it's a $20 modification, or I guess upgrade, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm pretty happy with it. All right, so I've had a chance to take this van out for about a week and a half now, and I feel like the suspension is really settled in, and I really feel that this is the best $20 modification that I've made thus far. The suspension is a lot tighter. It feels a lot better. So please make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to build this platform to get these fun videos out to you guys. So if you're not really into K-Vans or K-cars or anything like that, that's fine. These videos are going to get a little more interesting. It's not going to all be just maintenance and those kind of videos. So make sure you subscribe, and I'll put up another video in 2 weeks. So see you in 2 weeks.